Imagine flying into the heart of the Canadian wilderness. No roads, no signals, just silence. A research team deep in the forest, staying in a wooden cabin miles from civilization. Then, something starts hurling massive rocks at their cabin at night. No footsteps, no voice, just brute force and a deep, guttural growl echoing in the dark. The team sets a trap, a nail-rigged board to collect tissue if anything touches it. By morning, there's blood, real tissue, sent for lab testing. And when the results come back, it's part human, but with genes no scientist can explain. This isn't folklore. This is a real Bigfoot DNA evidence case, and it has never been debunked. 3 researchers land by float plane in the heart of Canada's deep wilderness. No roads, no phone signals, just the sound of wind cutting through pine trees. Their mission: study wildlife migration in an area few humans ever reach. They haul gear toward an old wooden cabin half hidden by thick brush. It hasn't been used in years, but it's still sturdy. Everything feels too quiet, like nature is holding its breath. They set up camp inside, unpacking cameras, food, and tracking tools. Sunlight fades fast behind the mountains, and the chill sets in. That first night is uneventful. In the morning, they find something odd. Scattered pebbles near the door, fresh though no one came. It's subtle, easy to dismiss, but it nags at them. The team reviews camera footage, but sees nothing unusual. They decide to leave motion detectors running next time. Nothing feels wrong yet, but tension has quietly arrived. That night, a distant thud is heard, like something large stepped on wet ground. No one mentions it out loud. They pretend to sleep, but everyone's listening, waiting. The forest doesn't feel empty anymore. The second night begins with an eerie stillness. No animal sounds, no wind, just silence pressing in from every side. Then, a sudden, heavy thud against the cabin wall. The team rushes to the window, flashlights scanning the tree line. Nothing. Not a single movement, but the air feels charged. Someone whispers, "Did you hear that growl?" Another rock crashes into the side of the cabin. Larger this time. Closer. This isn't random. It feels deliberate. Someone or something is watching. They go outside at dawn. Stones are everywhere, surrounding the cabin like a warning. Heavy, not from wind, not from animals. Motion detectors didn't go off. Cameras captured only brief shadows, fast, upright. Not bear-like, not human either. The researchers discuss packing up, but one insists they must document this. Collect evidence. Find out what's out there. They place more cameras. One of them lays down a crude wooden plank, nails facing up, just in case it returns. The nail board sits quietly outside the cabin, half buried in leaves. The team hardly sleeps, each creak of the floor sounding louder in the dark. Hours pass. Then a metallic snap. They freeze. No one moves. From outside, something shuffles. Slow, heavy, like it knows they're listening. Then silence again, long and uneasy. In the morning, they find it. Blood on the board, smears on the dirt. Something stepped right onto it, hard enough to leave flesh. It wasn't animal blood. Too thick, too dark. They collect samples with gloves and seal them immediately. They check the motion cam footage, and there it is. A blurred upright figure, far too tall to be human. It moved quickly, but left a trail. They follow footprints leading toward the ridge. Not boots, not paws. Elongated wide like something in between. Tension spike. No one talks much. One whispers, "If this is real, we just made history." And everyone knows he's right. At dawn, the forest feels heavier, like it's holding a secret. The team gathers around the bloodstained board. No one says a word. The silence says enough. One researcher crouches down, inspecting the blood. It's not just a smear, it's tissue, hair, deep red. Still wet. Fresh. They carefully store the sample. It smells sharp, almost metallic. Not like deer, not like bear. It's different, unsettling. Back inside, they debate what to do. One wants to leave. Another argues, this is the proof. They must test it. They mail the DNA sample to a private lab, quietly, without names. No publicity. They know what kind of attention this might attract. Days pass. They stay put, uneasy but waiting. Each night, new sounds, low grunts, distant movement, but no rocks now. Then an email arrives. The results are in. Unusual DNA structure. Mostly human, but partially unknown primate. They stare in silence. The report is short. Too short for what it says. Human origin, yes. But gene fragments suggest non-human primate ancestry. It doesn't match anything on file. They contact the lab. The technician sounds nervous. It's not a contaminant, he says. This isn't something we've seen before. The team falls into silence. One finally speaks. This changes everything. Another replies. If we go public, we lose control of it. They decide to keep the location secret. The blood, the footage, the evidence, all locked away for now. They leave the cabin the next morning. No one speaks during the boat ride out. The forest watches them go. Back home, one of them sends a final message to the team. We didn't find Bigfoot. It found us. The footage remains unreleased. The evidence stored privately. No press, no funding, just a quiet story among a few who now believe.